Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I am doing a full face of Colourpop. I'm super excited. Someone had suggested that and do a one brand video, so that's what I'm doing. I'm super excited how this all turned out. If you are interested to see how I did come up with this look, please continue watching. And if you are new today, the biggest welcome to you, and I hope you do subscribe and join our family here. We have a fun time. Okay, you guys, let's go play with my Colourpop makeup. Yeah, so I'm super excited. I haven't done a one brand in a very long time. And the brand that I chose, Colourpop, I don't have every single thing, but pretty much everything. So let's just get started. I know my videos have been extremely long lately, and I'm just going to try to make this a quick video. But have some fun at the same time. I'm still watching the dogs, so if you guys hear the little yippers in the background, that is them. They're still here till 3 more days, and then the kids come home, which I'm super excited to see them in the pictures and hear all their stories of Alaska. That's where they went. Okay, so I've already done my eyebrows. I've already put on my eye primer, and I use my P. Louise. And I'm just going to use my Going Coconuts. I think this is a nice neutral palette that most people probably have or can get, relatively pretty easy. But the colors I'm going to use today are on this side. I've always used pretty much this side. The first shade I'm going to go into is Colada. And I'm just going to put that on a nice fluffy brush. And I'm just going to do I think I'm going to do a very neutral, soft look. You know how that goes. You get, you go in light, but then things happen. This palette here is so nice. I absolutely love it. I reach for it quite often. The formula is super blendable. Yeah, I've never had any problems with this palette. I will say the glitters are a little loose. So those do go a little, fly around a little bit. That is the only flaw, I think, in this palette. But I mean, they do stay on your eye and stuff, but it will transfer on the lower if you use, too much. But that's the only flaw. So that's about all I'm going to do with Colada. And I'm just going to go into my other eye. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the shade Shell. Yeah, I'm right there. So you guys, thank you so much for, my last video. That was wonderful how many people did respond to that, and I learned so many new products that I had either heard about but just never purchased, or brands I'd never even heard about. I absolutely loved it, and I loved that we discussed it later. And I'm seriously thinking about getting a lot of these products, and because if you guys swear by them, I know they're good. People have a holy grail for a reason, and everything doesn't work, the same for everybody. But I'm definitely willing to try products that you guys recommend. Fall is coming, and I'm super excited to play around with those eye looks. I haven't done fall colors in a long time, just like most people, but it's still high 80s here in Michigan. We had a late start in summer. And usually when that happens, we get a late start for fall. So what's probably going to happen with us, we're going to go from, just a glimpse of fall into snow. So yeah, Michigan, you guys, you know how I always talk about it, but the weather is bizarre. I'm just taking a very small brush here, and I'm going into the shade Nutty down here. And I'm just going to put just a little bit right here. So all your guys' house is decorated already for fall. You got your Halloween stuff up. Yeah, I know so many people just absolutely love the fall. And I love the fall, and I'll tell you why. I love the clothes. I love sweaters. I love jeans. I love the shoes, the boots that you can wear. It's just so much better for, fashion, I think. Summer is very difficult for me. Yeah, I just, just kind of plain. I don't like wearing tank tops a lot. So yeah, I'm very limited on my selection in the summer. So yeah, winter and Fall clothes are definitely my favorites. What excites you guys most about the fall? I would love to know, is it Halloween? Is it Thanksgiving? All the above. I love Thanksgiving. I actually have Thanksgiving in my home every year. And I host it's like maybe, I don't know, 15 people that come, and it's super fun. I look forward to it every year. Now I'm going to use the shade right here, and this is called Cocoa Crush. And I'm going to put that. This is pretty glittery, so you got to be very, very careful. It's already falling down, so yeah, you got to be careful with this shade. I'm going to definitely have cleanup. And I'm going to use the shade Palm Reader here, just in the corner. Yeah, so Thanksgiving, I actually cook my turkey on the grill. That way I have my stove still, and I'm telling you guys, the turkey on a grill is awesome, and it cooks so quickly, a lot quicker than it would in my stove, and yeah, everybody always just loves it. I can put a pretty big bird in there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Maybe I will do a little vlog on that and show you how that works out. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do with the eye. Just very subtle, which is unusual lately with me. I am taking a little makeup wipe though, because like I said, the glitter is, it does transfer. That's the only problem with that palette. The glitters are beautiful. It's just, yeah, they will go everywhere. So now I'm going to use just a little bit of primer, and I don't have any primer except for this spray from Colourpop. I do spray my face with that, so they're pretty fresh. It has hyaluronic acid. I absolutely love this. I use it consistently on my channel. I think this is probably like the third or fourth bottle I've purchased of it. I just love it for, like I said, just kind of spraying your face in the morning after your skincare. It just kind of it just adds a little bit of that hyaluronic acid in it. And then I also love spraying my brushes as I go in for makeup. You guys have seen that 100 times, and that's what I grab for. They're pretty fresh. But today I'm going to use it's Wet n Wild, this jelly. I forgot I had it, and honestly, it looks like hair gel, and like that, and you need very little. I found it the other day in my drawer, and I did use it the other day, and I actually really like it. It does dry down to like a tacky feeling, which I do enjoy for gripping my foundation. So yeah, it does have that tackiness. So yeah, I'm just testing it out, trying it to see if it's actually something that I would repurchase. So, okay, sad news. My Maybelline Blur Stick, the white one, is gone. I have gone through the whole thing, and I thought I had a backup. But I do have the Maybelline Blur Stick, but it just has a shade in it, which is fine. I will deal with it until I go get another one today. And the only place that I have found that sells that is my Walgreens. Otherwise, I do have to order it online. Maybelline still has it on their website, so we are in luck still, girls. So I'm just going to put that down. Thank goodness that I do still have some kind of color. If you're super light complected, this could be a problem. Okay, and then for my foundation, I chose the Pretty Fresh. I absolutely love this. I haven't used this in a hot minute, so I'm super excited to try it again. This has Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. So this one is in 60N, but I also have another one, and it's in medium 95N. So I'm actually going to mix these two, only because I do still have a little bit of my tanner on. So I'm actually going to use probably more of the lighter shade. Thank goodness I had both shades. I think the 60N would have been a little too light. Today I'm just going to spray my sponge, and I'm using the Colourpop Pretty Fresh, and I'm just going to go in and start blending away. I absolutely love this did love this foundation when I had used it in the past, and hopefully that's still the same. As you guys all know, your skin does change through the seasons, so hopefully this will work in the summer here, or when it's hot. But it is a gorgeous foundation. It works beautifully, I think, on mature skin, because it's buildable. It never really gets to a super full coverage, but it's pretty It covers pretty good, I think. Let's see if we can tell. I do have a little spot right here, and I'm just going to add a little bit more product and go over, and it does blur that pretty good. So, like I said, it doesn't really go full coverage, but it does add a decent amount. I forgot how beautiful that is. Look how it just has that nice glow. Yeah, I'll probably be bringing this one back out because I really like how this looks. So, super happy about that. Okay, so now I'm just going to go into concealer, and I am going to use Colourpop's Pretty Fresh, and this is the Hyaluronic Hydrating Concealer. I have the shade Light 40N. I don't think this is the correct shade for me. I, I have a feeling it's not. And it's not super full coverage, so I do remember that. But we are going to give it a try, and I do have some dark circles here, so I'm a little concerned. I probably should have put a corrector on, but I didn't have anything from Colourpop. And I do have a slight little blemish here that didn't get covered. I'm just going to cover it, attempt to cover it. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in with my sponge, and it's the e.l.f. sponge, and I always spray it with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh, and I just put it out. And the reason why I put it in my corners of my eyes over here is because I do like that it cleans up any mess here, and also I do have some redness right there. So that's why I go there, and it is kind of lifting, you know, if you do go up a little bit, it will lift your eye. Oh, you know, it is having some pretty decent coverage. And honestly, I think right now the shade is not bad. It just might be just a little bit light, but it's not horrible. I will say around here it finally cleared up, you guys. I don't know what that was. I was to the point where I really kind of getting nervous, and I was going to have to go to a dermatologist. It was really bad. Yeah, it just would constantly almost like, I don't know. It wasn't, you know, blemishes or anything. I can't explain it, but whatever it was, and then it would dry down and start peeling, and it was going on all through here. So it was to the point where I even thought it was like psoriasis or something. It was interesting. So I think it was a reaction to something. Okay, so I'm just gonna let this dry down, and while that's drying down, I'm gonna use my Soul bronzer, and this is through Colourpop. You guys know how I love the smell of that. And I'm just going to bronze up around, you know, just around the face, just to add some color back into my life. And I absolutely love this bronzer. Just bring it around my cheeks just a little bit to add, again, just a little bit of life back into my face. Yeah, it just blends out so nice. And I am going to go over it with my Essence just ever so slightly, just to set it down just a little bit. And then I am going to use Colourpop's setting powder, and this is in Peach. And I have hardly used this. I don't know why. I think it's because I have a lot of other powders. I just feel like, if I can remember, it wasn't as lightly milled as some of my other powders, but I'm going to refresh my memory right now and see what I think. Okay, so it does, well, you know, it blends out really well. Hmm. I will say it does lighten it up a little bit, which is fine. Like you guys know, I don't mind that through the T-zone. So, and I do apply a lot of powder through here. Okay, and I am going to take what's left in my cap and put it on one of my Colourpop brushes, and this is in the F28. And I just lightly go around the perimeter of my face, and whatever's left, I just bring it into the center. So just a very light dusting. And the only reason why I do that, you guys, is to take the tackiness away. I just don't like that feeling. Okay, so let me take a look at the powder. Ooh, why did I stop using that? It's pretty nice. I really like that. I'm going to keep using that. I'm going to let you know how my nose held up throughout the day using that. That's always the test. But as for application, it was very pretty. It did smooth down my pores here, so I think I'm going to have to use that more often. Okay, so I think for blushes, what I'm going to choose here, I have two. I have either Juice Bar or Fashion District, and I think I am going to use Juice Bar, and that is the shade here. Yeah, and this is through this collection here. I forget which collection it was, but again, that's in the shade Juice Bar. And let me just grab my little brush here. And I think that would just go better with the than the other one. Blush through here. And I've been taking it higher on my cheekbone and just lightly dusting over on the apples of my cheeks. I think that's it with the blush. That's a very pretty shade. I'm so glad I brought these back out because these are products I have not used in a long time. Okay, so I am just going to lightly go over with my sponge over where I put the blush just to tone it down a little bit. Now I'm going to assess my eyes, under eyes, and see where we're at. You guys, I'm really trying not to use powders under my eyes. And so far so good. So I don't know what this concealer, but we're gonna try. So now that it's dried down, I just go in and I spray my sponge and I just kind of tap off the excess and I just lightly tap over that concealer. I don't want to disturb the concealer, but so I just lightly set it. And this seems to be working out. And then through the day, if there is any creasing, I just do this and it just goes back into place. So I'm just been testing that out and I've been really liking it. Okay, I just realized I did not put liner on my upper lid. So I'm going to use Colourpop's BFF. And this is their black eyeliner. Absolutely love it. And I'm just going to add a little bit on the upper eyelid. And I will go in and just fill that in just a little bit. Okay, I'll go do my other eye and I'll be right back. Okay, this is a very, very nice eyeliner. I mean, I remember I loved it and yeah, it really is super nice. Yeah, I really like this. Happy about that too. I'm just going to add a little shadow on my lower lashes. And I'm going in with that first shade, Colada. And just adding that on the lower lash line. I'm going to switch out brushes here, and then I'm going to go into Nutty and just deepen out this outer corner. Then I kind of sweep it into that little wing. I'm actually getting ready. I'm going out to meet my sister and dad. There's a new seafood restaurant out by us, so I'm super excited about that. And then it's nail day, you guys. I'm coming back to do my sister and my mom's nails. I did mine over the weekend, so I don't have to do mine. So that is good. It'll save some time. I'm going to go into Colourpop's highlighter, and this is in the shade Lunch Money. Such a beautiful, beautiful highlighter. I brought this out the other day, and oh, just fell back in love with it. And yeah, it is gorgeous. And a little bit there, a little bit on the nose. And then I go back over with my sponge just to even that out a little bit. I'm actually really liking how everything is turning out. It looks super nice, super glowy. I'm happy about today's choice. Okay, now I'm going to use Colourpop's lip liner. It's in the shade So Happy. And I do like this lip pencil. It's super creamy. Yeah, it just glides right on. I hope the shade is going to go with this look because this is the only lip liner and pretty much the only lip product I have from Colourpop. Yeah, hopefully this will go, you guys. And then for lipstick, because I don't have a Colourpop lipstick, I'm going to use Maybelline 650 Nude Embrace. And hopefully this is still available. So it's just pretty much a neutral shade. Yeah, I think it goes pretty good. Like I said, it's pretty nude. Goes with anything basically. So Bambi, I'm going to use here. Their lip gloss, and this is in Thumper. I absolutely love it. So it does have a little bit of glitter in it, but you really can't tell. And usually I just put it in the center of my lips. Now, when I have a lipstick and it goes on here, I do clean it off before I go back in because otherwise this will turn all sorts of shades. Okay, so now all I really have to do is set my face and put on a mascara. So I am going to use Revolution Conceal and Define. No shocker there. And I douse my sponge, you guys. I've been really doing this a lot lately, and it works so well because you're going in and you are getting exactly where you want to go. It's, total even application. You get around, your chin where it normally wouldn't hit. And yeah, I feel like it just works so much better. I saw it on a TikTok and I finally found the guy's name. His name is Kevin. Now I forgot his last name. I'll put it in the description below. But he's amazing makeup artist, and he swears by this, and it does work, you guys. I wear a mask all day, and I do find that there's less makeup on my mask. So yeah, look at, and it just so evenly applicated. So even if you feel like it, it did lighten up a little bit, it's perfectly okay to just go over, add a little bit more blush, or even a little bit of your bronzer. You can go back in. So that is the nice thing, and it will be fine. Even when I look into my mirror, nothing is disturbed, even especially my nose. Yeah, it just looks like everything has totally soaked into my skin. Yeah, it is very natural and beautiful. Let me know if you guys have tried that technique. Yeah, I absolutely love it. Okay, so I don't have anything from Colourpop for their mascara, so I'm just going to go off and do that. And I'm going to be using, because I'm recommended in that last video, the Lash Paradise. And yeah, so I'm going to use this today and see how that goes. Okay, you guys, so this is a completed look. I am super happy how everything turned out. I'm so excited that I brought out a lot of these products. The things that probably shocked me the most was the powder. I had forgotten. I don't know why I haven't grabbed for it, but I actually really, really like it. I knew I loved the foundation, the eyeshadow. It's beautiful, but yeah, I think the most shocking was the powder. And yeah, it just looks so smoothing, and I definitely will be using that more in my rotation. You guys, I mean, their foundation is absolutely gorgeous. The concealer, let me take a look. Again, I didn't set it. Yeah, that still looks really, really nice and smoothing. So I'm super happy, you guys. I'm super happy also that someone has suggested doing just a one brand, video. So very excited. And I knew I had Colourpop and I knew I had e.l.f. So those are my two choices. And I chose Colourpop because I haven't used it in a very, very long time. Okay, you guys, I had so much fun today. I hope you did as well. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, you know how much I appreciate it. It really, really helps my channel. I love you guys. And until next time.